Today we're here with Andy Cummins, who's Senior Product Manager at Geocel. Andy, thanks for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
So can you tell us a bit about your background and your role at Geocel, please?
Yeah, so I've been working with Geocel and various sealing companies for most of my career. Started in marketing, went into sales, and then back into marketing in the last couple of years. So I now look after all of our trade brands in our portfolio.
Perfect. And today we're talking about the ecoSEAL system. So can you give us a bit about an overview about the product and why it's been developed?
Yeah, sure, no worries. So what it is, it's a system of a reusable sleeve and the sealant foils themselves. So it's a two-part system. Really, we wanted to offer a solution that made it easier for the installer to make that switch from a plastic cartridge to a sealant foils, and it's a solution that meant they didn't have to invest in an expensive metal barrel gun, as the sleeve that we have can be used in the standard skeleton sealant guns that the chaps or the traders will have already. So it's really about removing barriers, making that switch easier to make.
Yeah, and we kind of spoke about this before, and I went to one of the press launches just before kind of the year all kicked off. But why is this important so much for the construction industry? How much waste does the construction industry contribute to the UK?
So it's estimated that construction consumes 23% of all plastic produced in the UK. So it's a massive consumer of plastic, and generates an estimated 50,000 tons of plastic packaging waste per year. From a cartridge point of view, it's estimated there's 100 million plastic cartridges that end up in landfill each year in the UK. So it's significant.
And then how does this, because you've got a little example there, haven't you, about how the difference between like a one that everyone's used to and the kind of what happens when you finish the ecoSEAL?
Yeah, so obviously this is the size of a standard cartridge. So when you have finished your emptying your cartridge, it's still going to be that size. It doesn't squash down. You can't compress it. When you've finished with an empty foil, you're left with something this size. So it's a massive reduction in the amount of waste at the end of the day, because you actually compress the foil when you're using it.
Why do you think it's so important that heating engineers, plumbing engineers, and the wider construction industry start using these more sustainable products?
I think as we said before, that is a growing acknowledgement now that we should all be trying to do a little bit extra, try and reduce our environmental impact where possible. Some interesting stats from a Considerate Constructor survey, and they were saying that 81% of the respondents said we're not doing enough about plastic waste, and 95% of the respondents said that the industry needs to reduce its consumption of plastic and packaging. So, you know, I think there's an acknowledgement there that we should be doing, and if we all make small changes like this as an industry, you know, it adds up to some significant changes.
Because you mentioned this before we started recording as well, but this product has been, or this solution has been around for a few years, but it hasn't really kicked off until now. Do you have any idea why that is?
Yeah, I think we were a little bit ahead of the game. I think we launched it when environmental considerations weren't as pressing as they are these days. There wasn't, you know, the documentaries on the telly talking about it. There weren't the Greta Thunbergs talking about it on a regular basis, and equally the sealants that we had weren't branded as the sealants that the installers were used to. So they were branded as ecoSEAL sanitary sealants. So there was that nervousness that the products weren't as good as the products that they were used to using. So there was probably two reasons behind it.
And then what are the benefits for installers if they switch to one of these systems, the ecoSEAL system?
From a waste point of view, landfill tax is increasing massively. Since we first looked at this and launched it in 2008, it's over trebled since then. So it's now significant. It's closing in on £100 a tonne. It's £94.15 a tonne in tax at the moment. So it's a massive, you know, it starts adding up. And if you're paying by weight, an empty foil is 60% lighter than an empty cartridge. So if you're, you know, regular users or you have teams of installers, these add up, you know. And equally, obviously, you've seen the size compared to an empty cartridge. If you're using skips, They're 8 times smaller than an empty cartridge. These cartridges, they're so strong, they don't crush down if they're, once they're empty, then they stay the same size. So if you're using skips, then you're going to be filling them up with cartridges of air, empty cartridges. So it makes that waste cost and the savings that you can make there significant.
And what about application-wise? Is it different? Is it the same? If an installer is going to switch to this product from one of the previous, like traditional cartridges, how easy is it for them to do that?
Yeah, it's very easy. This is one of the key things, is trying to make that switch simple, trying to keep that familiarity, and trying not to make this change hard to do. So the idea is the sleeve, it's exactly the same size and shape as a regular cartridge, fits in your regular skeleton gun. You literally take the top off, you drop the sausage, the foil inside, snip off the crimp, put the cap on, and then essentially you've got a cartridge. And then it's just using it in exactly the same way. When you finished, you take it off, the empty foil stays in the top of the throw it away, you take the sleeve, turn it over, pop it back one and the other way, and off you go. So you just reuse this from end to end. It's a reversible sleeve, and you just keep using it as you would a normal cartridge.
So how does an installer get started if they're looking at this and they're going, oh yeah, I want to make the switch, or I want to try this out? How do they start?
You would buy a sleeve and then choose the sealant as you normally would. So whether it be 785 Plus, whether it be the Works Pro, whatever product you're looking to use, they come with a nozzle attached as a cartridge would. So you would buy your product in the same way, and then use your skeleton gun that you already have, and you're good to go.
Yeah, you just mentioned there, but what products are currently available in foil form?
So we have launched a range of Geocel branded products. The ones that your guys would be most interested in would be the 785 Plus in white and clear. We have the Works Pro, which is our MS polymer sealant and adhesive in white and clear. And we also have Painter's Mate, which is the decorating filler in white as well. So those are the main products that we'll be looking to use in your industry.
Yeah, so for installers, bathroom installers and plumbers, when they're using their guns, it's quite a finesse job. So how easy are these foils to use in that application?
Yeah, you're right. It's the beauty of the ecoSEAL sleeve is that it's exactly the same size, weight as a normal 310mm cartridge. It uses the same nozzles that they would be used to, so it's not going to make the job any harder. If they want to use the aluminium barrel guns, which is the other option, they're bigger, they're heavier, they have big caps. So if you're trying to get that perfect finish around taps in people's bathrooms, it makes it harder. They're bigger, they're heavier to use. This system is going to be exactly the same to use as a standard cartridge.
Perfect. And for housing associations and people working in that industry, how useful is the ecoSEAL system for those people?
I think it's a really good solution. It's something that is great to bring up if you're tendering for these sorts of contracts. It gives you those green credentials, and it's something that could elevate you against the competition.
Okay, so for installers who are watching this that are interested, how can they get more information about the product, and where can they get their hands on them?
So if you want to visit our website, it's geocel.co.uk. There's a whole page there about the system, the products that we have available. And if you go into anywhere that stocks the Geocel products or the Geocel silicons, you should be able to get hold of it there.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Andy. And now we've got a video to show us a demonstration of the product in action.
With the ecoSEAL system, the trade's favourite sealant product is now available in a foil. Working in conjunction with a unique reusable sleeve, users can now easily switch from traditional Geocel 785 Plus cartridges to a more environmentally friendly alternative, which can fit into any standard gun. With over 100 million plastic cartridges ending up in landfill every year, it's vital the industry takes steps to reduce its consumption of plastics and packaging. That's why we created the ecoSEAL system, one of the simplest ways to make a positive impact. Simply take the foil, shake it, and slide it into the reusable sleeve. Snip the foil, put the lid back on, and attach the nozzle. Then fit the sleeve into any standard gun, trim the nozzle, and you're good to go. When empty, simply take out the foil and throw away. Then, using the same sleeve, just turn it the other way around to put in a new foil. Make the switch to the ecoSEAL system. It's easy to use and more cost-effective than the alternatives. It's the painless way to go green.